Hey there everyone, Sari here, and welcome to the start of a short series of Xenoblade 3 videos, featuring Eunie soloing each of the post-game superbosses at their highest level. This build focuses on making Eunie an unhittable damage dealer. The combination of Frenzied Combo and Eye for Weak Points is a great way to consistently recharge arts, with Protector's Pride and a Fraternal Badge accelerating that even further. Chaotic Memory ensures that her attacks never miss as long as they're being cancelled into, and the Thermo headgear helps to patch up the low base crit of the Full Metal Jaguar class. The class is a key part of the setup. As the only normal Kevis class with an evasion art of its own, it allows Eunie to use 4 evasion arts at the same time. The long animations of Fatal Barrage and Demolition are really helpful for this too, giving her extra seconds of evasion time to avoid some problematic attacks that could sneak through an evasion cancel. Violent Streak is a great panic button in the rare case that none of the basic evasion arts are available, with the helpful upside of resisting certain debuffs while the animation is active. The rest of the party is set to level 1 and isn't relevant to the fight, with the minor exception of a Troubadour Noah with a Perilous Presence gem equipped. This forces the boss to attack him first and charge Eunie's fusion arts when he goes down, which smooths out the opener and makes getting into the fight a little bit less of a dice roll. Kilocorn Grandeps is the lowest level of the superbosses, and is typically the first one you'll work on taking down. He hits pretty hard and fast, and has several attacks that can hit multiple party members at the same time. But that's not really a concern for Eunie when she's going to solo him. While his attacks do come out pretty rapidly, especially compared to some of the other superbosses, I never had a problem with any of them being able to sneak through evasion cancelling. The terrain rarely gets in your way here either, and the boss tends to stay on top of his target. Altogether, that makes Grandeps a fairly straightforward fight for Eunie. Outside of his attacks, the most notable thing about this boss is his early enrage, and the hidden passive benefit that comes with it. Once active, Grandeps will start to regenerate close to 50,000 health every few seconds, which dramatically extends the time it takes to close out the fight. Luckily, this setup does give Eunie enough damage to bring him down, eventually. When using this build, it's important to keep track of the current status of all of your arts. It's very much a glass cannon build, so accidentally using an unfused Fatal Barrage or Demolition will usually get you one-shotted. One of the notable mechanics that fuels this is the multi-hit nature of the Full Metal Jaguar arts. Quick Draw, Fatal Barrage, and Demolition all do their damage over multiple hits, and each of those hits can crit individually. Each crit also fuels the art recharge effect of Frenzied Combo, typically leaving them mostly, or fully, recharged after each use. Used Fatal Barrages and Demolitions are the priority for this build. They do plenty of damage and have pretty lengthy animations, although you can cancel out of Demolition's animation very early. The animation length has multiple upsides. Improving the evasion window is great already, but it also helps the Kevis arts finish recharging safely. Demolition in particular can end up on a relatively long cooldown if it fails to crit. On the flip side, you'll almost never want to fuse Quick Draw and Wide Slash. It's better to leave these arts as basic uses, in case Aerial Slash and Jackal Claw are both on cooldown. This gives you 2 cancels to fall back on that can easily recharge your other arts. I'll typically default to Quick Draw first. Each of its 2 shots can crit separately, making it very likely to have a near-instant recharge time. And it also does a lot more damage than Wide Slash, especially when the boss is focused on Eunie. Occasionally, you'll also run into a situation where both Fatal Barrage and Demolition fail to crit at all. In these cases, you'll need to fall back to animation cancelling through the individual evasion arts to stall until things get back to normal. I follow a pretty similar priority when this happens, using Aerial Slash and Jackal Claw before Quick Draw, with Wide Slash as the final link in the chain. Island Streak can be a great way out of those situations too. It's important to be careful when using it though. Cancelling out of it can be tricky since it hides your arts during the animation, especially if you aren't sure what will be available immediately afterwards.
Glad you could see us through that, Lance. Yes, sir! I put my head down and pulled us through.